including the so-called marginalized groups whose feelings you've decided need protecting. Because trust me, somewhere right now, there are 3 clueless white girls in Texas who are planning to go as a mariachi band. And when they do, liberal Twitter will lose their and the rest of America will go, oh, for f***'s sake, when did liberals become the fun police? Does anybody remember when conservatives were the ones with the sticks up there? We went from yes, we can to oh, no, you didn't.
Halloween used to be chaos in the best way. Adults acting stupid, kids drowning in candy, and nobody caring if you dressed as a vampire Elvis or a taco with legs. Now, the fun police have taken over. Every costume needs a moral clearance form. Wear the wrong thing, and you're viral by sunrise. The same people who once bragged about being rebellious now spend October policing pretend. The left that used to fight censorship has become its loudest enforcer, and Bill Maher just torched them for it. Because Halloween was never about purity, it was about play.
Not everything that merely alludes to another culture is racist or cultural appropriation. Really. Imagine there's no countries. It isn't hard to do. Halloween was always fun because it wasn't PC. Not being PC is almost the whole point of the holiday. But now everything has to turn into a federal case of snowflakes versus humor. And then some cultural studies professor will go on TV to try to explain his outrage, and Tucker Carlson will look at him like this.
Nobody thought Dracula was a hate symbol. Nobody needed a TED Talk about face paint. Maher's message hits hard. The real monsters aren't in costumes. They're the ones who turned fun into a crime scene. Bill Maher's not wrong. Most of the outrage over cultural appropriation completely misses the point. Not every nod to another culture is mockery. Sometimes it's admiration, sometimes it's just people having fun. Human history is built on sharing. Food, art, music, fashion, all of it born from borrowing and blending. But somewhere along the way, we decided curiosity was a crime. A kimono or a mariachi jacket isn't hate, it's appreciation.
The majority of America is with the Democrats on the issues. They just find the woke people irritating as hell. In a new poll, 80% of Americans find political correctness to be a problem, including 75% of African Americans, 74% of Americans under 30, 82% of Asians, 87% of Hispanics, 88% of Native Americans. If you're not a statistician, let me break those numbers down for you. Nobody likes you.
Halloween was meant to spark imagination, not moral panic. Yet every October, social media turns it into a courtroom. Suddenly, dressing up is oppression and fun is forbidden. Maher pointed out the irony. 80% of Americans across every race are sick of this. It's not a partisan issue. It's a common sense one. Because deep down, everyone knows the same truth. Not everything has to be a fight. Sometimes a costume is just a costume.
Here, there's a new list of offensive things we shouldn't do on the day that's all about being offensive. You know what I want to cancel? November 1st, All Scolds Day. When the good people announce which costumes the bad people wore. BuzzFeed, I mean Buzz... has a list of 23 costumes they're literally begging you not to wear. Of course, this year, the #1 no-no is serial cannibal and Netflix sensation Jeffrey Dahmer.
At the end of the day, Maher's not defending bad jokes or tone-deaf costumes. He's defending the right to laugh, to be human, to make mistakes without a firing squad waiting online. We've built a world where fear replaced fun and outrage replaced humor. Halloween used to be the one night where everyone could let go. Not tiptoe. Where imagination ruled, not ideology. But somewhere, between hashtags and headlines, we lost that spirit. Maher's point cuts deeper than Halloween. It's about freedom itself. The freedom to create, to play, to risk being imperfect. Because when you kill that, you don't get justice. You get silence. So maybe it's time to stop asking, who can we cancel next? And start asking, when did we forget how to laugh? Because if laughter is rebellion now, maybe rebellion's exactly what we need.
Halloween is too much for your fragile sensibilities and you're worried about seeing someone wearing something that's on the forbidden costume list. Just stay the home.
Every year, the same headlines resurface. Costumes you should never wear. This time, it's Jeffrey Dahmer on the blacklist. Supposedly, dressing like a serial killer glorifies evil. Come on, by that logic, vampires and zombies are canceled too. Halloween's always been about flirting with the dark, not worshiping it. Nobody in a Dahmer costume thinks he's a hero. It's shock, not celebration. Creepy is the point. That's the fun. Trying to ban a Dahmer costume isn't just pointless, it's laughable. You could make one from a thrift store in 10 minutes. Blonde wig, glasses, button down, done. What's next? Outlawing aviators? When Simone Biles tweeted, "Put the Dahmer costumes back in the closet, we ain't having it," Maher fired back perfectly, "Who's we? Who made you the great pumpkin?" That's the problem. No one voted these people the moral police of Halloween. eBay's banning costumes, influencers are preaching from Twitter, and everyone's pretending they speak for the public.
I'm so tired of a handful of emotional hemophiliacs on social media telling us what we can't do on Halloween. And by the way, please put drugs in my candy. Listen to these other verboten costumes on stupid lists this year, including Queen Elizabeth because it's too soon. Yes, 96, practically an ingenue.
They even said Queen Elizabeth was too soon. Really? The woman lived to 96. What's the cutoff? A century? People have been dressing as Elvis and Cleopatra for decades. It's not about disrespect, it's about remembrance. Being imitated means you mattered. And now apparently genies are canceled because someone decided genies were slaves. So no Aladdin, no schoolgirls, no Playboy bunnies, no Elvis, no celebrities accused of anything ever. Who's left? Pumpkins and ghosts? Maybe next year we all just go as clouds. A big puff of polyester? Can't offend anyone with that, right? But even that's ridiculous because the safe costumes aren't really that safe either. Witches, burned alive, demons, represent evil, zombies, literal corpses. Yet somehow that's fine because no one's trending hashtag undead rights. It's pure hypocrisy. Halloween has always thrived on irony, exaggeration, and fun. It's about laughing at fear, turning darkness into play. The moment we start sanitizing it, we lose what makes it magical. Art, movies, and comedy are allowed to explore the weird, the taboo, the uncomfortable. So why can't Halloween? Why can't we dress up, laugh, and have a little fun without making it political? The real monster here isn't the guy in a controversial costume. It's the culture that's made everyone too afraid to be themselves. Outrage culture has gotten so performative that even joy feels suspicious. And that's tragic because creativity dies when people stop taking risks. Humor dies when we stop being bold. So yeah, if a Halloween costume ruins your night, maybe the solution is simple. Go to bed early. Let the rest of us enjoy the candy and chaos. Because most of us just want to have fun. Maybe scare a few kids and move on with our lives. Halloween isn't about politics. It's about parody. It's the one night where everyone, left, right, whatever, can laugh together. Maybe instead of canceling costumes, we should cancel culture, because not everything has to be a moral statement. Sometimes Dracula is just a guy in fake teeth trying to score free candy. So this year, wear what you want, be respectful, but don't let fear kill your fun. And if someone lectures you about your costume, just smile and say, "Hey, maybe you should go as a sense of humor this year."